Hey guys, this is AD the RPA guy here back with another video for you. And in this video, you saw the title. We're going to go over my worst interview I've ever done, okay? And what I took away from it and what I'm going to teach you so that you never have to go through this yourself. I showed up thinking I was going to crush it and I ended up getting crushed. So let's jump into what happened, what I did wrong, and what you can do to make sure that you do not show up like me. So let's jump in. So let's paint the picture. This was 2014, I think, 2013, 2014. I was in my senior year at the University of North Texas, graduating with my undergrad in computer science. I hadn't yet graduated, but the school year was just about over. And we had the Career Center, and at the Career Center, they would basically help you line up interviews. They'd help you prep for them and all these other kind of things, right? And I was probably 21 years old. My firstborn son, Aston, he was probably, what, 2 or 3 at this point in time. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm desperate. I need this. I'm making $10 an hour on campus, and I'm really ready to make my big boy, tech money, right? But I was really hungry. I was desperate. And my mindset was like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to, do my best. I'm just going to show up. I'm pretty sure I didn't prepare. I just showed up and I was like, all right, I'm going to kill it. And I'm just going to, I'm going to be me. I'm going to, I'm just going to show up and, do my best, right? Now, one thing that went pivotally wrong, and this wasn't my first interview, but it was one of my first interviews. This was just the one that went the worst in the beginning. And what went wrong was every single question he asked me, I did not know the answer to. I didn't know. And I just decided to bullshit and just to act like I knew and kind of come up with something. And boy, when I tell you, all I did was proceed to put my foot in my mouth. Every answer I gave, at the end of it, one, I stumbled through everything. Like I just stuttered. Like it was so clear to him and I that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And after I gave every answer, my morale was just lower and lower and lower. And it was just like, I'm just sitting here lying. I'm bullshitting. He can tell it. I can tell it. And I remember he asked me something. And at the very end of the interview, I remember thinking, oh yeah, there's just absolutely no way I'm getting this job. This was the poorest performance. This was my poorest showing. And this is why I say don't lie in interviews. If you don't know the answer, save him time, save yourself time, and just say, you know what? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. Here's my best guess, but I really don't know. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, hey, thank you for your honesty, right? Because being an engineer is not knowing it all, right? It's actually part of that is being honest about what it is you don't know and then being resourceful enough to go find the answers that you do need, okay? And the real reason I failed again was that I was unprepared. Okay, I did not prepare. I did not research who I was sitting down with. I didn't research the position. I didn't know what they were trying to look for in advance. I just literally went in and I just winged it. Okay, and on top of that, I was lying, and it was awful. Okay. So my biggest takeaway from doing this interview, and what I want your biggest takeaway to be, is do not wing these. Okay. What I want you to do is click the description below and go get my interview preparation template. Right. This will have all the information that you need to go and research. You need to know who the CEO is, what their revenue is, what industry they're in, all these things. Right. And it doesn't take, you can do the preparation in 20 to 30 minutes. It doesn't need to take hours. It doesn't need to take days. Okay. And it just kind of shows that you're showing up in a very professional setting. Like you've done your homework and you're taking this opportunity and this person's time seriously. Okay. Not only do you want to research the company, you also want to research the person who you're sitting down with. You want to go to their LinkedIn. Now, you don't always know who you're sitting down with, but in the case that you do know in advance, go to their LinkedIn. Figure out what accolades they have. Figure out their work history. You want to come in and be as prepared as possible, okay? And third, You want to not lie on interviews. Be honest. If they ask you a question and you don't know the answer, you can say either that's a good question and I don't know that answer, which they will be appreciative of. Okay. What they don't like is you BSing them, because now you're wasting everyone's time. Okay. Or another thing you could say is, I know a little bit about that, but I don't think that I know enough to speak to it in an intelligent fashion. Could you tell me more about whatever it was they asked about in the question? But to me, guys, the worst thing that you could do is lie. The worst thing you can do is lie and bullshit, because most people are not very good at lying. You can see it on their face. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in their posture. It's just not worth it. You're wasting time, and you're going to look silly, right? And so let me tell you how this shaped me. Essentially, I never bombed an interview like this again. Now, does that mean that every interview I went and I took, I got employed? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the embarrassment of knowing within the first 10 to 15 minutes, like, I'm just not fucking getting this job, was so strong that I decided I'm no longer lying. I'm going to prepare for any and every interview that I get, and I'm going to become a beast at interviewing. Okay. So one of the biggest things that I see go wrong, and when I'm talking to my clients and people who want to break into tech, is they feel like they need to know it all and things like that. And it's like, no, bro, you don't need to know it all. You just need to be honest about that which you do know. Okay. And if they ask you something on an interview and you don't know it, that's okay. Say you don't know it. And then immediately when the interview is over, spend the next 30 to 45 minutes looking into and researching whatever topic it was. So that way, the next time that you show up to an interview, you won't be tripped up by that same question again. You may be tripped up by another question, but you won't be tripped up by that question, okay? And that's what's so important, is that you want to make progress. You want to improve between one interview and the next. You want improvement, not perfection. You want improvement. And if I could talk to my younger self and go back in that room, I would say, bro, prepare, research the company, research the person. And if you don't know the answer to something, just say, I don't know. That's okay. They're actually going to end up liking you more than if you were to try to BS them and waste everyone's time. So if you found this helpful, drop a comment below. Let me know. I want to hear your feedback. And if you're someone who's serious about breaking into tech and you know that you want some coaching, you know you don't want to do it alone, we've got two options. Either one, click the link below to join the wait list for RPA University. Spots are full as of right now, but when they do open up, either me or someone on my team will call you. Outside of that, we have a new weekly group coaching offer that I just created. We meet every Wednesday in the afternoon, and it's just me and you in a group, and I'm holding you accountable to making progress on your career into tech, whether that's a cybersecurity career, whether that's an RPA career, whether that's a UI UX career or a GRC career. It doesn't matter. How you get one tech job is the exact same way you get any other tech job. The same steps apply, okay? So this is just general open group coaching. I only have 15 spots at this point, but if that's something you're serious about, click the link below in the description for that so that I can show up weekly, hold you accountable, and help you get where you want to go. It is the most affordable way to get some coaching with me. It won't be one-on-one coaching. It'll be group coaching, but we do meet every week. And I do have a pleasure, of serving you guys, so I appreciate that. That being said, that is the end of this episode. Do me a favor, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. Share this video with someone who you know who's bombed an interview and ask them, how that went. Matter of fact, that's what I want to know. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever bombed an interview, okay? I want to go and do a reaction video to reading the comments because, bro, you're not alone if you've ever bombed anything. It's okay. We just want to make sure that we improve. Right. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Till next time, I've been your host, AD the RPA guy. Peace.